you have mentioned about actors. So do you like only look for the professional ones, or you can also ask to the inexperienced ones who you think can do well in your music video?
It depends. Sometimes stories work really well with non-actors.
Okay.
Because they don't come, I'm sorry, but they don't come with a baggage.
Okay.
So they just are there. So for some directors, it's easier to communicate that feeling that they are trying to say.
True.
But at times, non-actors will not cut it for a story, because you will want that performer to bring in that element which you cannot expect from a non-actor.
Okay.
So it's really which story are you going forward with. If there is a performance-based, heavy performance-based, there's an emotional, scene that's happening. I cannot ask a non-actor to, you have to give this scene 100%. They will not be able to give it.
True.
But with an actor, I will just, tell them before the production starts, in pre-production, that, this is what is the situation and how you bring in
how they would emote that.
Exactly. So it's not really the director. I think with non-actors, what happens is it's mostly the director that we are seeing, and the essence of that person, yes, but it's mostly the director.
Mostly.
And or the writer. But with actor, I think, yeah, so I really like working with both. So with non-actors, what happens is I have to be much more active during the shoot, because I am also engaging with the acting part, because I want this, that. So a lot of things going on in the shoot. But with an actor, you can leave it on their shoulder, and you can you can see and change and or ask them to
Do how they want to do it.
Like have a discussion around the skill, because it's a proper skill set. I cannot just neglect that. But yeah, a lot of stories work with non-actors. It depends, both.
Yeah. We have seen you involved in a number of production works across various different projects. So, where did you initially start from? Is it direction? Is it cinematography? Or is it editing?
I think writing.
Writing.
Yeah. So I started writing stories really early. Like I used to see my dad and my mother write. And I would just write something, a very short story, and just show it to them.
Yeah.
And they'll be like, oh, nice. Even though I know that it was like, yeah. So I think it began with writing. I really like to see the beginning and end of how it, it goes. And yeah, it still is, I think. But cinematography, every aspect is special to me. So even editing, directing, writing, everything has its own. That's why I love filmmaking so much. Like it has so many things.
So, like in direction, do you think you should be knowing to write properly? Any form of writing, yeah.
But there are many directors who don't write.
Don't write at all.
Yeah. For me, it's important. It's important to sit with the shot division. It's important to, be there. Oh my God, that'll be a very, clingy director to sit there when the screenwriter is writing. But yeah, I would like to be a part of all the process. Or if I'm not writing, at least I would like to, be in sync with the other. If it matches with me, then sure. But I think in my process, it starts with writing. With the main, 2 lines of what it's going to be. It's just 1 line or a 2 line, and then you go on. With any project, I think.
Maybe with writing, you can imagine more.
Yeah, you just note down the idea, and from then on, it's like spreading roots. So.
Well, you have done many tremendous work at such a young age. So how do you keep motivating yourself to maintain the consistency of your creative work?
See, what happens is that at this stage, in this age of social media, where there is a demand of being consistent so much. Like there is a fear that if you're not consistent enough, you'll be forgotten.
Yeah.
But if you've seen, I only do few projects which has my attention. It's maybe it's my shortcoming that I cannot really do something where I don't
Regularly,
feel
yeah.
there are many professionals who would who will not feel anything with the content that they're producing, but they'll do a very good job. I'm yet to go there. And so with the consistency thing, I am glad and grateful that there have been projects coming towards me which has sparked something within me. Otherwise it would be very difficult to be consistent. And I also feel that for creative people, it's not important to be oh, I have to give out a short film, give out a music video every month or every 10 days. That kind of kills and it kind of will burn out the energy. Yeah, but if you're going towards the more commercial and professional line, then of course, like if I have a studio tomorrow, there'll be certain deadlines and deadlines to meet, and that's okay. But as a person, if I'm I'm putting myself in so much pressure, then it does not really.
It does not help.
Yeah. As of now, I would like to really, learn more so that I can experiment with long formats someday. So I really want to, gather more, like watch more films or read more books.
Okay.
So that's the thing. So till the time projects like those keep coming, you will see that I'm being consistent.
True.
Or else I'll just make short films as and when I.
Since you are also into editing, you are into cinematography, you handle many things. So doesn't it get sometimes tiring or,
It gets more tiring to explain people to get, like do this because I am finicky sometimes. Like I only want this to be like this, and I can only. So if it takes a little bit more of my time, then it's fine. Also, no, but when I have a really, I do have a great team with me. Like I don't color grade. So that's a very important aspect of anything that we see nowadays.
Yeah.
So there are many things that I don't do actually. Filmmaking is not just what we see like directing, editing. There are many things like my AD, my DA, all of them like really help me, like hold me together during these, like there are difficult shoots sometimes. So it's really a teamwork. So even if I handle some things of the production, that is only like few things. There are other things which are kept together by many people.
Okay. So you must be having a very good team as.
Yeah, I have been blessed and lucky that in all the projects there have been really good people, working with us. So yes.
I hope the team stays stronger.
So it's sometimes it's the team keeps changing.
Yeah.
Like with every project, there are some who I mean the expertise.
True.
Like for a post-production heavy film, I have to be in touch with somebody who is familiar with After Effects or something like that. So those kind of things. It's mainly that.
Yeah, it does keep changing, but I hope you always have a great team.
Thank you.
Behind you.
Thank you.
So, how was your first working experience as an assistant director for the film Children of the Soil?
Yes, so that was my first project when I went to Bombay, and that's when I met Ranadeep Bhattacharya and Judajit Bakche. They were the directors of that film.
Okay.
I also met my partner Mahanja Datta. He was the chief sculptor and production designer in that film. Actually, that was a huge experience because it was such an experimental film, and the concept is a very important one as of now because it talks about the farmers issue.
Yeah.
So the soil which has been used to make those, set, and the characters are taken from the barren soil of the farmers who committed suicide.
Okay.
So all these things, and the project went on. I think it was a 2-day shoot, but it was such an experience where everybody was on the same page, working really hard to get the result that we were looking forward. And it was like a 6 months long project. It started in like February, and we shot in May, and then where the final product came really late. So after that, we also went to Berlin Interfilm Film Festival.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and it was screened where Metropolis film was screened for the first time. So that was amazing. I mean, people from outside relating to poetry of Gulzar and relating to the whole situation was really like something to. It'll be a very important memory in my life.
How did you get the opportunity to work with the director?
Oh, I was actually looking for work and work in Bombay. So we had like close friends. So that's how I think mutual friends, and
they told you about this thing.
Yeah, and I went right in like yes, I want to be part of this project. So that's how it happened, I think.
So can it be termed as a turning point in your life?
Yes, of course. It really opened my eyes to filmmaking and also many things in life. So, yeah, of course, that film will remain like a very, like before this film, after this film. So, yeah.
Yeah, this good concept do wonders.
Good concepts, good team, good work, like everything, yes.
So we have watched your song Ki Bedanot. It has a deep meaning, but most of us perceive it in a different way or find different meanings out of it. So what was your concept behind it?
I actually really like the fact that people interpret it in their own ways. Okay. That's why I never really like to push my own, like this is what I wanted to say actually, not this. So I really like the fact that people find their own meaning through these visuals. I like it that way, but if you really ask me what was the idea behind it, was time. It was traveling through time, a person's journey through time. So that was, the character, Orghodip, and then the masked girl. And then,
that was you.
Yeah. Yeah. But I still name it as a character. Okay. And Shanku's song. So, yeah, it was a person going through his own, journey of his life. But he was traveling.
And his memories.
Yeah.
All kinds of past memories.
Yeah, exactly. So, a lot of things.
Yeah.
And it's a long song.
Yeah, it is.
It's like a 7-minute something. So we were like, this concept, I can like play around with it for a longer duration.
Yeah, it was engaging. So like we couldn't get how long it was.
I'm glad it was otherwise.
Well, you also danced in that video, as you mentioned. So was it your idea or someone else like suggested you to like be a part of it?
No, it was my idea only. No, the thing is that I would say dance has always been a part of my life. Like the first thing that I started to do was dance, I think. And my friends from school still remember me as a dancer. And if it was possible, I would have done my bachelor's also in performing arts, but I did not get through. So I was actually in 2017. I was looking for a song or some piece where I would be able to perform. And this one really was moving me. Like when I get a song, like when I decide to make a song, I listen to it a number of times.
Yeah.
So if it's moving, how is it moving my body? Like I check my what do you say, instinct or gut feeling. Like I think that's how I think I was able to go about it.
Okay.
Like it was not a very conscious decision like, oh, I'll be there, this person will be there. No, it was like very organic.
You actually love the song, so that's
Yeah,
why
yeah,
you
exactly.
felt like maybe I should be doing this.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, we are so glad that you were part of it, and we
Thank
could
you.
see another side of you also as a dancer.
Thank you.
If you have stayed till now, do like and share our video. To watch part 3, check out the link in the description box below. Also, do not forget to hit the bell icon to never miss an update from Yoreh Studios.